Hey everyone, ready for some laughs?
I know I am.
Today we're taking a deep dive into something truly special.
Oh, definitely special.
Dav Pilkey's Dogman.
The first book.
It's the first book in this wild graphic novel series.
That has taken the world by storm.
I mean, it's a huge hit with kids.
Oh, yeah.
And adults too, let's be real.
Yeah.
This book is basically a collection of these hilarious stories. All about a superhero who is
Fight for it.
part dog, part policeman.
You got it.
It's Dogman.
That's right.
So we've got a dog head on a human body fighting crime.
What's not to love?
I mean, come on.
You know.
So how did this canine crime fighter even come to be?
Well, it all starts with a classic
well.
superhero origin story, but with a twist.
Okay, lay it on me.
So we have a police dog named Greg.
Okay.
And his human partner, Officer Knight.
Partners in justice.
Exactly. And they are trying to disarm a bomb when boom,
but it explodes.
They're both severely injured.
Yeah.
So the only way to save them
What are they gonna
is this radical surgery where they combine Greg's head with Officer Knight's body.
Oh my God.
And there you have it. Dogman is born.
But I'm already cracking up just picturing this.
It's wild.
All right, so first chapter. A hero is unleashed.
Yes.
What's Dogman's first heroic feat?
He faces off against his nemesis,
Okay.
Petey,
Petey.
the world's most evilest cat,
Oh boy.
who is trying to, he's trying to vacuum Dogman to oblivion with a giant vacuum cleaner.
Hold on, a vacuum cleaner.
Yep, that's right.
Come on.
It's pure Pilkey chaos.
This is fantastic.
But Dogman, being part dog, is pretty clever.
Okay.
So he tricks Petey into bringing this vacuum cleaner to the beach.
Oh, no.
Where it sucks up too much water and explodes.
It's so simple, yet so brilliant.
You know.
Okay, what's next on Dogman's to-do list?
Well, in Chapter 2...
Chapter 2?
Robo Chief.
Robo Chief.
We meet the mayor.
Okay.
And she's corrupt.
Corrupt mayor, what's new?
I know, right? And she has replaced the police chief with a robot under her control.
A robot police chief.
Yep.
That's pretty classic evil scheme.
Oh, yeah, very familiar supervillain territory.
So how does our four-legged hero handle this one?
Well, Dogman uses his superpowers,
Okay.
his superpowered dog senses, to sniff out the mayor's plan and eventually get the real chief back in charge.
So he's not just all brawn. He's got some brains, too.
Definitely.
Okay.
But things get even wilder when Petey and the mayor, both villains, start fighting each other.
Wait a minute.
For control of the city.
So it's like a villain-on-villain showdown.
Yes, exactly. What a twist.
Pilkey always keeps you on your toes.
Yeah.
You never know who's going to team up with who or who's the real bad guy.
And how about Chapter 3?
Chapter 3, Book M Dogman takes a totally different turn.
Cook M Dogman.
It's actually a retro Dogman comic.
Retro, what do you mean?
It's like a comic within a comic.
Okay.
Made by George and Harold.
Who are? The fictional kids who created Dogman.
Oh, right.
Way back when they were in first grade.
Okay, that's pretty meta.
I know, right?
So what's going on in his blast from the past?
Well, in this one, Petey's up to no good again.
I figured as much.
This time he's trying to zap all the words out of books to make everybody super dumb.
Oh, no. He's messing with literacy.
I know, right?
I mean, come on, he's a comic book character.
The irony.
Yeah.
But of course, Dogman saves the day.
Of course he does.
He finds Petey's secret stash of books and gives them to all the children.
So it's like a pro-reading message.
Totally.
Hidden within all the silliness.
Exactly.
I love it. What's next in this whirlwind of weirdness?
So then we get to Chapter 4.
All right, Chapter 4.
This is where things get really weird.
Oh, boy. I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
It's called Weenie Wars. The Franks Awaken.
Weenie Wars. Okay, that title alone is just like...
I know.
Just wild. What kind of trouble is brewing this time?
Well, so Petey, he gets his hands on some living spray. Living spray? What is this stuff?
And he decides to bring a hot dog to life.
He brings a hot dog to life. What? This is too much.
It is pretty wild.
But then Petey, rejects the hot dog's attempts at friendship.
I know, right?
So the hot dog is, hurt and rejected.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
So he decides to raise an army of sentient hot dogs to take over the world.
An army of sentient hot dogs.
Okay.
I think we've officially peaked in terms of absurdity.
It's pretty up there.
So we've got a hero with a dog head, an evil cat who hates books, a robot police chief, and now an army of hot dogs.
It's a lot to keep track of.
I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
Well, so how do you think they defeat this army of hot dogs?
I have no idea. What could you possibly do?
They'll Dogman with the help of some normal dogs.
Normal dogs, okay.
Yeah, just eat them.
They eat the army. That is both hilarious and disturbing at the same time.
Right.
Dav Pilkey's mind is truly a unique place.
He's got a really interesting imagination.
Yeah, so we've covered these like crazy individual adventures. What's the overall vibe of this book? You know, like what are we working with here?
Well, Dogman is just like this crazy ride full of slapstick humor and over-the-top action. It's like a cartoon come to life.
Yeah, you're right. It's not just like the crazy plots and characters. It's like the whole format of the book, too.
Oops.
Like you mentioned the retro comic in Chapter 3. Like we're getting a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And seeing like how these stories are created.
And that all connects back to George and Harold. You know, the kids who created Dogman.
Yeah. You mentioned that earlier.
They're also the masterminds behind Captain Underpants.
Wait a minute. So Captain Underpants and Dogman are in the same universe.
It's all connected.
What?
So in Captain Underpants, George and Harold are these pranksters who love comics.
Right.
And they accidentally hypnotize their principal, Mr. Krupp, into thinking he's Captain Underpants, a superhero that they invented.
So Dogman is like another creation of their wild imaginations.
It's all coming together.
It really is. I mean, it's pretty brilliant.
I know.
So why do you think Dogman is so popular with young readers?
I mean, obviously the humor is a big part of it.
Yeah, the slapstick, the silliness.
Yeah, kids love that.
Right.
But there's also something deeper going on.
What do you mean?
Beneath all the craziness, there are these themes of friendship and loyalty and overcoming challenges, you know?
Yeah, you can tell that Dogman really cares about his friends and protecting the city.
Yeah, and he's not perfect.
Right.
You know, he makes mistakes.
Yeah, but he always tries to do the right thing.
Exactly.
And I have to say, Pilkey's illustrations are fantastic.
Oh, they're so good.
They're like so dynamic and expressive.
Yeah.
And they really bring the characters and the world to life.
Totally.
I mean, it's like watching a cartoon unfold on the page.
I know.
So we've got this hero with a dog head, an evil cat who hates books, a robot police chief, an army of sentient hot dogs, and it's all connected to the Captain Underpants universe.
You got it.
That's Dogman in a nutshell.
Pure, unadulterated fun.
But with like this surprising amount of heart and depth.
Definitely.
I'm exhausted just thinking about all the craziness we've unpacked.
It's a lot.
What do you think is the biggest takeaway from Dogman?
For me, it's a celebration of imagination, you know? Pilkey encourages readers, young and old, to embrace their creativity, let loose, and not be afraid to be silly.
I love that it's a reminder that sometimes the best stories are the ones that don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
Speaking of letting your imagination run wild, remember our challenge from the beginning.
Oh, yes. The Animal Hybrid Superhero Challenge. So you could combine the head of one animal, the body of another, to create a superhero. What would you choose?
I mean, that's a tough one. So many possibilities.
I know, right?
Okay, I'm going to go with the head of a falcon.
Okay.
On the body of a cheetah.
Ooh, interesting combination. What made you choose that?
Well, the falcon head would give my superhero just incredible eyesight.
Yeah.
You know, so they could spot danger from miles away.
Makes
And falcons are known for like their speed and precision when they dive. So I feel like that would make for some awesome aerial attacks.
Yeah, like soaring through the sky, eyes locked on the target.
Exactly.
And then what about the cheetah body?
Well, cheetahs are like the fastest land animals on the planet.
Right.
So my superhero would be incredibly swift on the ground too, you know.
So they could chase down any villain.
Yeah, no matter how fast.
You've got the speed and agility of a cheetah with the sharp vision and aerial skills of a falcon.
It's a pretty formidable combination.
It is. What would you call this superhero?
How about Sky Hunter?
Sky Hunter. I love it.
He sounds powerful and mysterious, right?
It does. I can definitely see them like gracing the pages of a comic book.
Who knows? Maybe Dav Pilkey will be inspired by our conversation.
That would be awesome.
And create a new character based on Sky Hunter.
We can only hope.
Yeah, we'll take full credit, obviously.
Of course.
But seriously, like this whole exercise, it really highlights what makes Dogman so special. You know?
Yeah.
It's like it encourages us to just tap into that childlike sense of wonder and imagination.
Exactly. It reminds us that sometimes the silliest ideas can be the most fun and creative.
And if a dog-headed policeman can fight crime, anything is possible, right?
Absolutely.
So listeners out there, we challenge you to unleash your own creativity.
Yeah.
Come up with your own animal hybrid superhero.
We want to hear them.
Share them with us. We'd love to see what you come up with.
Yeah.
And that's it for our deep dive into the world of Dogman.
I know it went by fast.
I know it always does. We hope you enjoyed this wacky journey.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
Until next time, keep reading, keep laughing,
Yeah.
and keep those imaginations running wild.